Richician.
Hey YouTube, Richician84 here, and welcome to Q&A number 202. And I'm finally using a different screen recording program on my PC, although there were two other videos I used this with already, but you'll see them eventually. So yeah, we've got quite a few questions to get through, so let's kick this off. So the first 5 questions are from Super Ultra Hero 9961. Hello my friend, it's been a while. Yeah, it has. Good to have you back. And yeah, you said it's good to be back. Yeah. 1. Do you see the Deadpool Wolverine movie, and what do you think of it? No, I haven't seen it yet, but I want to see it. I've been wanting to see it for ages, but just haven't got round to it. So I still need to get the DVD, unless of course it's on Netflix or Amazon Prime. Yeah, I definitely need to see it. 2. Are you excited for Avengers Doomsday? I am, yes, although the problem is I'm very behind on the Marvel movies. I've not been able to see loads of them after Endgame. I think it was only the last 2 Spider-Man movies, and that was it. So I need to catch up big time, just so I can understand what's going on. Though I am worried though that if I don't see any of the Marvel series that's been on, like Vision and Wonder or what have you, then I might miss something that could come up in Avengers Doomsday, and I'm not going to understand it. Like, do you know what I mean? In any case, I feel like I need to catch up on the other movies before I watch Avengers Doomsday. It's a shame, because I love all the Avengers movies. I don't know which one's my favourite. Like, it's sort of a toss-up between the first one and Endgame, although Emma's is Infinity War. 3. Did you know Red Eyes was meant to be Yugi's original ace monster before Dark Magician? No, I didn't know that. That's interesting. Now, I heard that Blue Eyes White Dragon was originally meant to be the ace, and I also heard that Blackluster Soldier was meant to be the original ace. I didn't know about Red Eyes. That would have been an interesting choice. Yeah, interesting. 4. Will you do an update on your Elemental Hero deck? Technically, yes. I say technically because I've been thinking about doing some 60-second deck profile videos, but put them on Team Sorcerers. Because obviously I haven't done a deck profile on there in years, and since their profiles already did on my own personal channel, it felt like it made sense. I haven't done all of them though, but Elemental Heroes was one of them, so you'll see that eventually. 5. Will you ever remake your Utopia deck? Well, it's funny you should mention that, because it is one of 5 decks I do want to rebuild for Richician format, which I went over in a top 5 video. The other ones are Blackluster Soldier, Jinzo, Blue Eyes White Dragon, and Red Dragon Archfiend, but Utopia is one of them. Because then that would be my main Xyz deck, which at the moment is Melfi's, and it's quite funny actually, because the decks for the summoning mechanics are all decks that protagonists used. I mean, for the fusion deck, elemental heroes, that's Jaden. Rituals, Magician of Chaos. Alright, it's not a monster that makes an appearance in the anime, but it is a Dark Magician deck, and we all know Yugi has that. Stardust Junk, that's my Synchro deck, that's for Yusei. All Eyes Dimension Dragon, well, that's Yuya. And Cyburst, that's Playmaker. So Melfi's are kind of the odd one out here. I mean, I would like to get a box of Duelist Advance, because, yeah, apparently it's like a very cheap core booster set box for some reason, because usually they range from like 70, 80 pounds, maybe even more by this point. And from what I've seen on eBay, they're going for about 40, 45 quid. It's tempting, but I don't think I should spend that much money just like that, at least until I get more work. So, but hopefully, maybe someone will be nice enough to give it for me for Christmas. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe Emma will get it as a anniversary present or Valentine's. I don't know, but I'm not expecting it. It still feels like a lot to ask. I don't think I'll get all the parts if I get a booster box. Come on, Bertie, come on up. But I should get a large fraction of them. Of course, by doing so, that would have guaranteed I completed the updates for Nouvelle, but I got impatient, as I said in the update video. But no, eventually Utopia will come back. So do you want to tickle tummy? Oh yeah, that was all your questions. That's all my questions. Hope you have a great day. God bless and keep up the good work. Thank you, my friend. Hope you have a good day too. Next questions are from Chris Reinhardt. Haven't heard from him for a while. And he's also got 5 questions. 1. With you getting what looks like burnt out on retro formats, why not look back at doing 1 copy per card decks? My wife and I play this way with certain cards banned, and we have a blast. I find it more challenging and therefore more fun creating a deck like that. Well, let me address the first part of the question. I mean, I'm not gonna outright stop doing retro format in games just like that. I mean, it was something I'm thinking about, but you know, I had a couple of games with Gunner earlier. They won't have been uploaded or edited yet, but yeah, they were all good, and we talked about some perfect circle decks we want to make, and yeah, I was just feeling hyped for it, so I think I will stick with it, because there are things that I do want to try out to make it so I don't stop doing retro format games. You know, I want to try out things like Dark Bribe, Threatening Roar, Wabaku, Karibo, Marshmallow. I mean, yeah, it is annoying running into Marshmallow, but you know, it's not a card that I hate with a passion. I mean, it's more of a love-hate card. You know, hence why I've had it in other decks, like my Yugi character deck. But going back to your question about 1 copy per card decks, maybe I could, but that would require some editing and getting more cards for new decks. And it's not really something I want to do. Maybe I will do it on Edo Pro, because I do have 4 1 copy per card decks already, one of which is Random All-Stars, and a while ago I did do them for Dark Magician, Elemental Heroes, and Rainbow Neos, although the problem is it's kind of hard to play a Rainbow Neos deck with just one Rainbow Neos and one Neos Fusion, plus one each of the materials. I had to go more towards the other Neos Fusions for that one. But yeah, I do agree that one copy per card decks are challenging and fun. I kind of wish this was something that was applied to Yu-Gi-Oh! Genesis in a way, so that way there won't be any decks with like 3 ashes or 3 copies of a banned card or something. I know that's not really possible with floodgates and banned cards because they have like way too many points, but it's like yeah, Genesis still doesn't appeal to me, but one copy per card decks, yeah, could look into it, even though it would be more of an online thing. 2. If you could build a deck that would be in honour of your favourite movie or show, what deck would you build? For example, I built a 1 copy per card Lord of the Rings deck revolving around warriors and spellcasters that symbolises certain characters, with Blackluster Soldier, Sacred Soldier, love the art of this card, being Aragorn, and Spell Striker and Card Blocker being Frodo and Sam. Well, I must point out that Dark Magic Couple did a similar thing with Zelda, what was it called? Heroes of Time. I don't know if you've seen that match, that had Celtic Guardian, Swift Guy the Fierce Knight, with Celtic Guardian representing Link. As for me, I can't really think of anything. I mean, Power Rangers was a red hot favourite, but I just simply built Super Quantals, even though I don't really understand how to play them. So 1 second, is it getting... Oh no, it's not too dark, it's fine. Right, sorry, yeah. That's the... I mean, favourite movies would be a bit tricky, because... well, I don't... Yeah, because the older series of Yu-Gi-Oh! And Bonds Beyond Time are some favourite movies of mine, but that's out of the question. Otherwise, there is Terminator 2 Judgment Day and Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines, which are favourites. Another one is Scary Movie 3. If I wanted to focus on Terminator, that might be a bit tricky because I can't really think of anything that would represent Terminators and things like that. As for Scary Movie, I feel like I'd have to go with Ghost Tricks, but that's not something I know how to play either. But then again, I need to learn how to play them because Emma's still trying to put those together. Because yeah, obviously the Scary movies parody like well-known scary movies, and the Ghost Tricks. Well, I know they're more focused on playing tricks and pranks or what have you, but they could also be parodies of scary monsters. So I guess that's what I do. Another favourite show of mine, which I wish didn't get cancelled, was Robot Wars. Yeah, screw you, BBC and Channel 5 for cancelling that. But if I wanted to make something based off Robot Wars, then I guess I'd go with Machiners. So that's something I'd probably do. Even though the ones I'm mostly familiar with are Gearframe and Fortress. I mean, they're the ones that look more like robots from Robot Wars than anything else. So yeah, I guess that answers that question. 3. Could we see more character deck games in the future? Yes, absolutely. In fact, something me and Dark Magic Couple are working on is a character deck tournament, but it's only going to be a small one, like this September 7 one we're doing. We're only using 6 character decks each, because obviously I only have 6, whereas he's got a few more than that. But there could be maybe some other character that we do in between, I don't know, but yeah, don't worry, they will return. 4. What are your thoughts on the Starry Night deck? Yeah, the Starry Night deck is cool, I like it. I mean, yeah, the dragon is just absolutely incredible, I love it. Yeah, its card destroying effect is cool, along with the fact that dark monsters don't do anything to it. Because I know it can't be destroyed by battle with a dark monster, or destroyed by a dark monster's effect. But I'm just trying to remember if it's just unaffected by dark monster's effects. So it could be one moment. I'm just checking on Edo Pro. I mean, you're not going to see it being loaded up, unlike on my last recording program. But yeah, I just want to double check this real quick. So yeah, cannot be destroyed by battle, by a dark monster, or by a dark monster's effect. Okay, so it can still be affected by dark monster effects that don't destroy. Well, it's still great either way. But yeah, it is a cool deck. I mean, I'm never going to make it myself, but it was quite cool playing against it, mainly by Wyvern Watch. I have built one for the AI to play, although I don't know if it plays it that well, I'm not sure. There was also a Battle Royal where I did face it, and I was using a dark deck, which was Dark Magician, which was a bit tricky, but I was able to overcome it. But yeah, Starry Nights are awesome. And last question, is there a way to see what cards are on your ban list, or will you do an update on it soon? I don't know. I've been umming and ahhing about whether or not to do another video including it. I mean, there is one video on it already, but obviously since then it's had lots of updates. Because it did get a lot of dislikes. Yeah, probably because not a lot of people like what I've done to it, I don't know, but it's got positive feedback otherwise. Plus, afterwards there was a guy, or several guys, I don't know, who gave me shit for not banning Rainbow Neos. Seriously, I've had it up to here with the Rainbow Neos hate. But yeah, it's like, well, if you don't like Richician format, you don't have to play that way. It's that simple. Yeah, no one's forcing anyone to play it. But anyway, yeah. I don't know. I'm undecided about whether or not I should do another video where I show it. I guess if I do, it would keep everyone in the loop, plus it would stop one person in particular asking on occasion what's allowed and what's at free. So maybe that could answer all those questions. That being said, there is usually a ban list update every month, although I didn't do one in August because I couldn't think of anything, and I didn't do one for this month because I kind of forgot to do that. But there are changes I'm thinking of doing. I don't know. Anyway, that is something I'll have to think about. Right, and what's next? Oh yeah, next question is from John Cross. What are your thoughts on the Horus monsters based on Egyptian theme? I don't fully understand the question. I don't know if you're asking if you like how they're based on an Egyptian theme or the archetypes as a whole. I say that because there's the original Horus monsters, the level ones, and then there's the King Sarcophagus one. But in terms of the Egyptian theme, I do like that it's Egyptian themed. Yeah, that is very cool. Very cool indeed. If you're asking what I think of the archetypes, well, I guess I can answer that. Well, Horus level 8 is something I absolutely hate. Hey, that rhymes. It is a very annoying monster, just shutting down spells just like that, and for free. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Dark Paladin does the same, but at least it requires a discard. Meanwhile, I don't know what's worse, this, the Churia Beast, or Hope Harbinger. I guess Beast and Hope Harbinger do have costs as well, although milling 2 cards is nothing to give up, whereas Hope Harbinger is once per turn, whereas Horus level 8 has no cost and can just keep doing it. And yeah, that being combined with Royal Decree was horrible, leaving me with very few ways to get rid of it. So, but there were several monsters that could get rid of it though, like Tribe Infecting Virus, Blackluster Soldier Envoy at the beginning, Old Vindictive Magician, Exile Force, DD Warrior at 80, so I guess it wasn't impossible. But at the same time, it would be an auto win against elemental heroes. Very infuriating. As for the King's Sarcophagus Horus monsters, well, I don't really have a lot to say about them. I mean, I've never really, I've actually never gone up against them. I've seen them played several times, but I've just never gone up against them myself. It is an interesting concept. I'll give it that. But yeah, I can understand from people's point of view how annoying they can be. But yeah, it's just crazy that it can be a rank 8 spam deck. I've seen Xylophony and Mario, like back when they were still doing videos, use them as tribute fodder for the Egyptian gods. I've also seen them being used to go into Numeron Dragon and do some OTK bullshit with that. The joy. I mean, that's really all I can say about it. Although they are banned in my format, just because I know that not a lot of people like going up against King Sarcophagus, along with the fact that Horus level 8 is bloody annoying. I mean, you could argue its power crept a lot nowadays, but still. And the last question is from Gunnar, who says, "Greetings and give me your crap Okay, what is meant to represent the granny exactly? Yeah, you guys probably won't know what we're talking about just yet. We recorded a perfect circle match, as I said earlier, before I started recording this video, and yeah, this is going to go up before that match. I don't know. God, something randomly funny. Anyway, the question: what do you think about the chess archfiend archetype? I like it. It's awesome. Yeah, I admired it, even back in the day, and that is something I do want to do for a deck building challenge. Actually, wait, didn't someone already ask me about them? I can't remember. We'll go over it anyway. But yeah, there is going to be a plan to make a Richician format version of the chess archfiends. Yeah, I'll get to it eventually. See how it can be played the modern way. It's just a shame that they were sort of shifted to one side when we got that archfiend support in, what was it, Judgment of the Light? That was when we got Heiress, Cavalry, the 3k guy, plus their field spell, and that was the focus. But yeah, my plan will, like I said, be to make a modern version of the chess archfiends. I'm going to play them. Heiress will still be in there. And what was it? The Archfiend of Horror? Yeah, the one that's basically Dark Armed Dragon. And if you tributes, you can summon it with no tributes, but its attack becomes 15, but it gets popped at the end of the turn. I should just look up the name since I have access to Edo Pro. So yeah, that's going to be the plan. Build a modern chess archfiend deck, include some modern support to help it out, and well, just see where it goes from there. Oh, Archfiend Emperor, the first Lord of Horror, that's it. So yeah, I could just tribute summon it as well, but yeah, depends. And that's going to do it for questions in this episode. Thank you guys for your questions, very cool ones as always. And if you've got any other questions you want to ask me, post them in the comments section down below. And remember, I do these episodes every Wednesday afternoon or evening, UK time, so be sure to get your questions in before then so that you don't miss out. Thanks again, stay safe, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the Richician YouTube channel.